Do you think I'm the hottest woman on earth?
Yeah.
You do?
Yeah.
That is bullshit.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
Why the fuck you lying? Why you always lying? Oh my god. Stop your fucking lying. Ma'am, you know that's not true. Why do they ask those type of questions? I mean, the guy's gonna say yeah. I mean, you know he's gonna lie. He don't want to hear your fucking mouth if he tell you the truth. Did that even sound like convincing? Oh, yeah. 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 Oh, yeah.
In LA, you need to do one thing to be successful. All you have to do is make out with the right people.
Gross.
You don't sleep with them. Just, I'm living proof.
Oh! Ew! Dude! What the f-
How do you think I've lived the life I do? To live in LA, you have to make out with the right people, not sleep with them. Your life will be perfect.
I feel sorry for these LA drones. Like, I really feel sorry. They're soulless. They really are. The plastic surgery, the shallow values.
Oh, I keep getting asked over and over, where do you find men that want to spoil you and want to take care of you, want to provide for you, and where do you find successful men at? Now, for me personally, I don't care if he's successful. I don't care if he has a lot of money.
That's a damn lie.
I care that he wants to bring that masculine aspect and wants to provide for me. There's a big difference. If you want a man that's successful, you could easily get a sugar daddy. It's so easy to find them. And if you're not finding them, then maybe you're not made for the lifestyle, but just look really pretty and go on a site or go to a really nice restaurant, you will find them.
Oh, yeah, right. God. I'd have picked her out in a lineup at a brothel, but outside of that, no.
Look, men want to provide for women. They're women. But the problem is, these modern women think they deserve to be provided for just because they're female and just because they may be pretty.
Baby, you know that's not how this works. No.
And women in the past realize I have to bring some value back to him because he's taking care of me. But yeah, by the time a woman is past 25 in her car giving advice to hookers on how to get a man that's going to spend money on you, she's soulless and ruined. What they don't understand is dudes with money can spot a chick like this from a mile away. And they're just going to use you and discard you. And they're so dumb, they plaster this stuff on the internet. The dudes you talk to are probably going to find your TikTok and know what box to put you in. Use you for a few months, then kick you to the curb.
Rude. So where I find them, easy. You attract them. And I know that sounds so cliche, but it is the truth. You will just radiate that you take care of yourself. You'll just radiate that feminine energy, that caring aspect. And I don't believe in dating sites. It's just not my thing. But I will talk to men that are business owners just by approaching them in their business. Men actually really like when when you approach them. They do. If you're in the gym and you see a man that just is gleaming masculinity, like, go up to him and talk.
Hey there, big boy. Bet you're packing a few inches of heat. You look like a businessman that knows how to have a good time.
Ready for some more fun?
Hi, how are you?
If he's the type of dude that attracts women to, come up to him and talk to him and try to flirt, look, he's been there and done that a million times. You're not tricking him. He could tell by the fake lips, the makeup, how you're dressed, how you're talking. He knows the game by now. Now, these tips and tricks could work wonders on the average Joe, though, but we know they're not chasing average Joe. And she keeps saying, I just want a man who's masculinity. I just want a man with money. And I want a man that's going to give it to me, is the translation. It don't got shit to do with masculinity.
Has anyone else been seeing this trend of girl pretty versus boy pretty? Because, now I'm starting to see what you guys are talking about, and I can't stop thinking about it. And I feel like I could come up with so many examples for this in, the most non-judgmental way, too. It's not like saying, oh, she's girl pretty, she's not girl pretty. It's not even that. I just feel like there's a legit difference and we need to talk about it. Example, girls with bangs, only girl pretty. I feel like men don't care for bangs. Every man that I've met does not like bangs, actually. They just don't like it at all. Girls with bobs or short hair could be girl pretty or boy pretty, but most of the time girl pretty because men are obsessed with long hair.
My question is this, why would any woman care about being girl pretty? The point of being pretty is to attract a mate. Not to attract a bunch of dingbat friends that are going to keep you single and who are secretly hoping for your misery.
Girls who do like fun eyeliner colors or just like fun makeup looks, girl pretty, because I feel like men are such haters when it comes to makeup and they do not care about if your eyeliner is blue or not. And not even to be that girl, but I feel like my makeup right now is really giving boy pretty because it's just like bare minimum.
And you got people who don't want to see that.
And I don't care.
No, the energy it's given is basic B. You know, it's just crazy how many women think they're baddies based on makeup and hair being done and filters and stuff. What do you look like fresh face out the shower or as soon as you waking up in the morning?
That's a mystery.
She just looks so basic.
My advice to average women, which is most women, the overwhelming majority of women, get an average man, come together with him and build something above average. That should be your goal. Not trying to find a man who's above average and just ride on his coattail. But then again, that would take character, never mind.
Nasty!
I have seasonal depression, but in the complete opposite way. Like, I'm so depressed during the summer. There are just too many high expectations for the summer, and it's supposed to be so fun and cute and cool. But like in the winter, this is like where I belong. Like the day ends at 5. Like it's like, okay, gotta go to bed, watch Home Alone alone. Like that is where it's at.
Man, you are one pathetic loser.
Women spend their whole lives trying to pretend to be something they're not. Try to pretend to be smart, try to pretend to be competent, try to pretend to be pretty under all that makeup. It's a ridiculous existence. Try to pretend to have a likable personality, pretend to be nice. I just can't imagine being a woman. I really can't. I don't envy them. Even though they do have life on easy mode in a lot of ways, their brain is so effed up, it's just not even worth it. Because when we think about all the benefits of being a woman, we think about what we would do with those benefits and privileges. But you gotta think, no, you would have a female brain. Now, if we could have the male brain in the woman body, then we would play it flawlessly. But we would have the dingbat woman brain, so we would just do the same thing they did.
Things men say to me as a female engineer. So I work in manufacturing, grinding wheels specifically, and part of being a woman that works in manufacturing is sometimes men will say very strange and inappropriate things to you. And that is just one of the things you kind of have to deal with sometimes working in this industry. Well, last month, I went to see a customer for the first time. I had never met him before, and he was absolutely thrilled to have a female rep. And he says to me, "Oh my God, you have to meet my son. He's single." And I said, okay. So he goes and grabs his son, and he brings him in, and he says, "Oh, this is our new rep. You can call her for absolutely anything you need. If you have a problem with a grinding wheel, if you want to take her out to dinner."
Okay, first off, what exactly does she engineer, or she says she works in engineering? Look, I'm not the sharpest knife in the drawer. Some of you intelligent guys can break it down for me in the comment section. Is she an engineer, or is she just using buzzwords to sound cool and, important? I have no idea what she's talking about or what field she works in or what this is all about. I'm sure one of you do or have in the past, so you can educate me. A red flag I don't think I've ever talked about on this channel. Don't date a woman who works in a field around all men. It's just something off there. She's either going to be a masculine woman or she's going to be a straight hoe. One or the other.
To marry her. And I awkwardly laughed and said, "Well, if you want me to marry your son, you're going to have to buy a hell of a lot more grinding wheels." Well, today he submitted an order for 3 times his normal usage. So now I think I have to get married.
Is it just me or is something off about this woman? I don't know. But I will say, being a woman working in an all-male space or a mostly male space, you're signing up for awkward comments, weird situations. Now, I'm not saying I condone them, and I don't agree with guys, saying weird things to women or being SEXs or anything like that, but you just got to know what you sign up for. See, one thing that a lot of women don't get about life is pros and cons. There's pros and cons to everything. There's cons to being with a famous basketball player. There's cons to being the most popular girl in school. Women have a hard time accepting the cons of life. They really want life to be a fairy tale. And by the time they find out it's not a fairy tale, it's usually too late and their life is ruined. Oh, and one more thing. Let's check out this TikTok name, Meat Slut. But then she would probably complain about being sexualized at work. Maybe one of them saw your TikTok and thought, hey, why not try it? Her name is Meat Slut on TikTok.
Yeah. You can't make this shit up, people. You cannot make this shit up.
You shouldn't say that about a woman. Why can't you say women are wrong when they're wrong?
You want to be making moves on the street, have no attachments, allow nothing to be in your life that you cannot walk out on in 30 seconds flat.
Okay, first of all, I didn't miss the red flags. I looked at them and thought, damn, that's sexy. And that's my problem.